All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are playing Stormworks Build and Rescue. So it appears that there might be an issue with the fuel gantries accepting fuel after either a certain amount or something like that. You know what? Okay, so there's two ways to sort of consider this. One, it's a bug, it's a clear bug, and it's annoying and all this rah rah rah, right? The other way to look at it is um, the way the game is designed, the economy is very bad and it's really hard to make money. So you really have to choose. Where the mistakes that I made were building large ships, and that consumed a lot of fuel. So I probably wasted a lot of money where I shouldn't have. Hindsight being what it is. I probably maybe should have spent more time in smaller ships, doing more missions, smaller ships that were more fuel efficient, right? Getting crates, exploring the map. Those are things that you're going to want to do in career mode until you can unlock the technology, which is going to allow you to advance further, right? Right now, we're at the end of the game, pretty much. We're trying to get uranium, and I have the money now. I could buy the fuel to get the uranium. I could complete that part of the mission. I just want to get a little bit more money and a little bit more fuel just in case. Because I know I'm going to basically spend all my money at this point in time. I have $1,000,000, but that all told, with the fuel, I'm probably going to have 100,000 at the end of all this, right? I need 500,000 or 600,000 to spawn the ship, right? It's expensive. So that's basically what I'm doing, just trading fuel. So I'm trying to cross the map in the truck. I spent about an hour calibrating it. What I had to do was I limited the engine, the throttle on the engine to a certain value, to a set value. And then I made a gearbox, and the gearbox changes the clutch speed. That's what you need to do to get these engines to work now. You have to change the clutch speed. And there's an upper limit on that. As you can see, the temperature hovers between, whatever it is. But if you're, look, we're going downhill, right? You see our temperature heating up. We're going downhill in the truck. So now what I have to do is I'll have to hit the brakes. And what that does is it slows the engine down and it slows the temp down. So you could get technical with this. You could get a PID, which is something I should probably look at now, or setting up another microcontroller. And you can set values on the PID, and you can have it read the temperature of the engine. Here, we're going to slow down here. I'll put this in idle. Okay, you can have it read the temperature of the I should turn the gear off. Is it going to go for us? All right, I think we're idling right now. Right, so what I'm getting at here, there's a lot. Okay. So with the PID in the vehicle, we'll have it read the temperature of the engine. And then, come on, man, spit it out. Okay, we'll have it read the temperature of the engine. And then you can say when the temperature of the engine gets so high, apply pressure to the brakes. So essentially slow down the engine. Right? Because see, right now we're idling. We're going to set about 11, 12 RPS. And the temperature should be fairly steady. But that's what you're going to need to do, unfortunately, when it comes to these vehicles to get them to work. If you want to have like an automatic sort of transmission and braking system, you have to set it up to the temperature of the engine, right? Once the temperature gets to 90, the vehicle brakes, it slows down the engine, the temperature goes down, and then you can accelerate again. And that's what the PID will do, is it'll release the pressure on the brakes, it'll allow you to accelerate again, and so on and so forth, right? So I have the idle speed here, and we're sitting steady at about 11 RPS, and we'll see the temperature should hover around 80, 85. on the low end. And then on the high end, as you saw there, between 95 and 100. So it doesn't actually overheat. Oh, here we go. Here comes the. It doesn't actually overheat. It stays pretty cool. Yeah. So it's not impossible, right? It's not impossible to do. It's just very technical. And then we'll just do that. We'll just release the magnets. The game has become career mode has become very technical. I might not make it up this hill, and I will. If the hill is too steep, I'll have to pull up my magnets, and I basically have to use my magnets like a winch, and I have to crawl myself up the hill, dragging the magnet. That's what you got to do with these vehicles. So they've really changed the game around. Yeah, but I want to just show with this video that don't give up. It's not impossible. It's difficult at times, but it's not impossible. You just have to think differently, right? Think about the engine, think about the speed of the engine, and like I say, yeah, just do those things. Right, and then it appears there's a finite limit on the gantry, so maybe once you've sold... That's not confirmed. That's why I wanted to travel across the map in the truck, just to see if... just to try and confirm that. If I can sell more fuel here, maybe we'll see what that limit is, right? Who knows? Maybe they were watching my videos and they thought that I was exploiting or something, right? So here we go. We're traveling downhill. Okay, see, I had to brake. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put a PID on this thing and I'll set the PID up for that. And what the PID can do is then you can say if, or yeah, I can even use make some Lua. And we can say if the engine temperature is, then whatever, if it works that way. Oh, did it? Yeah, it's going to start up for us. Now, I will say, once you throttle down the engine, the efficiency, I burned, what, 200? Yeah, 312 units of fuel, whereas in the past, you could run this thing flat out, and I'd be pretty much out of fuel by the time I got here. So let's do this here. I'll turn the light off in the truck, and maybe that'll help me. Yeah, perfect. I'd like to be able to turn the lights on the trailer. It's draining slowly, but that's all right. Yeah, I'll put the parking brake on. Right, turn the magnets on. A lot of it is pretty much the same. And now, I can't remember which one is in and which one's out on this truck. It's been such a long time since I've used it. Where's the dials? I think it's the other side here. Yeah, there we go. Now we're fueling up. So I don't know what the capacity, I think it's 20,000 units is the capacity of this one here. Shouldn't take long. I don't think I'll actually fill it right up. I think I'll just wait for a little bit of fuel, maybe a couple thousand units. And all I wanted to do was test to see is it just that one gantry, or have I reached my limit for all the gantries, right? If that's what it is, or is it a bug? Is it you know, what is it? But it doesn't look like it's going to take very long for this thing to fill up. And then the bar graph, these things are cool. So yeah, let's hang out in the truck, and I'll go over what I did. So what I have underneath, the engine's there. I have a constant number, and that constant number is run through and on off on the bottom, which is this gear here. When I turn the gear on, it engages the clutch. When I turn the gear off, it disengages the clutch. And then, of course, those values come from the microcontroller here. So it took me about an hour to calibrate the engine and dial it in. Oh yeah, look, we're almost full already. That should be good, actually. Where are we at here? Yeah, 14,000, that should be good. Okay, so we'll stop it here, and then pump B is, I'll turn pump B off. Pump B is what's going to allow us to unload. Now, is this my hose, or did this come? Oh, yeah, okay, this came from the truck. All right, so we'll go magnet. And then magnet. All right, and then this one I always forget about. Turn that off. Turn the lights off on the trailer. Yeah, it's cool, and we're just idling here. See, it's steady at 76, so you can get the engines. You know, this would be a little generator, a medium engine generator right now, and that's stable. Which for me is really cool. So let's see what I got to do here. So we'll turn the parking brake off, put it into high gear. Turn the gear on. Let me see which. Yeah, go straight, follow the straight road, okay. And it's slower. The vehicle runs a lot slower because our speeds are lower, but the speeds have to be lower in order for us to be stable. Otherwise, we overheat. So that is one of my pet peeves now, is that the vehicles have been reduced. The speed has been significantly reduced, right? I know, as you saw, the bus that I had, that works, but I constantly have to start the engine because the clutch speed is so fast. And once I reduce that clutch speed, then I have to reduce the engine speed to compensate for that, because if I don't reduce the engine speed, then the engine will just, it'll over idle, it'll over RPS and overheat and explode, right? So once you start dialing down the clutch, you start dialing down the speed of the vehicle and all that, right? So to me, it's just kind of, it's problematic. You know, and of course they say, well, you know, we went through and we looked at it all, and all right, so let's see if we can get through here. However, what I do like now is I can press the brakes, and I don't, you know, the engine doesn't just stop. Oh, you know what? I'll have to. I'll have to go forward a little bit if I can. All right, that killed the engine there. That throttle value is too low. All right. All right, I think we're idling now. All right, we'll just put the magnets down while we do this test here. Put on the parking brake of the trailer. Oh, let me turn the truck lights off. Right, so I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to adapt to the changes that we have, the new changes that we have. I'm finding the challenges to be ever increasing. So that, to me, all right, and then if I press, yeah, see what it's doing there, the hoses? Yeah, whatever. If I do that, should be unloading. Yeah, so now we can unload. Okay, so oh man, what's going on here? It's just gonna pull me. Look at that, it's shrinking. The cable shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so I've now confirmed that all the gantries are broken. All the gantries are broken. Oh man, this is... All right, have you decided that you're done? You're done shrinking? That's where you want to stay? All right. No, that confirms it. All the gantries are broken. All right, well, what I'll do is I'll upload this video, and then usually what I do when I put in my, what is it? I'll make a request on GeoMeta, and I'll link this video, and then hopefully they'll take a look at it, and they can see the problem that we're having. So it wasn't just the one gantry. It seems like every fuel gantry is broken. Once you hit that limit, you hit that limit on all of them. So that really changes things. Yeah, awesome. So thanks for watching, guys and gals, and we will figure it out. Like I say, the next step will be I'll go to the Arctic, and I'll see if I can create a mobile refinery that we can use there. If we can, that's going to save us a ton of money, and that'll just be something else that you'll need to try and achieve while you're playing the classic career modes. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.